Hey guys, so we got Dark Willow next. Really great hero, really fun to play. Great set of skills already built in, including a big AoE fear, something like Shadowfiend's ult. Doesn't do damage, but the effect alone is pretty amazing already as it is, right? It can also be kind of used to combo with the Bramble Maze. For example, you could lay Bramble Maze anywhere on the map. If there's anybody here or there and they're kind of trying to, maneuver between the maze, you can just cast a fear and automatically kind of push them into these and trap them. So the spells itself already synergize really great with themselves. Of course, there's a Cursed Crown, like a countdown until the stun effect hits. You can also cast that, trap him in Bramble Maze, because you can kind of, if they're standing anywhere where the circles are, you can immediately trap them. If you're going for that one hit, you're just chasing one person, you can use it like that, so you can kind of trap them in the maze. Once they get out, if you time it well, they're gonna get in from this into stun. Then you can use Bedlam, you can use Fear, whatever you need. So already pretty amazing state of the hero, without any items already. So with that being said, also there's two versions. There's mid version, support version. I'll just do support version. I think it's kind of better, but mid version can be pretty dangerous as well. Even her talent tree is actually just completely divided by those two. Whether you go mid or whether you go support, they kind of give you really clear talents for both of those specs, right? So start with the support. I'll be doing the support one. So Tranquil Boots, I just kind of always get these. There's no really need to get something like Arcane Boots. You can get Arcane Boots. You can also get something like Etherlands. Now, whether Etherlands are that much needed, maybe just for the mana issues if you have, because otherwise the cast range, as you can see, the Bramble Maze goes pretty far as it is, right? It's already kind of, the last one reaches over there. Second row is kind of here. It goes pretty far. Fear as well. It's a big cast range. The only smaller cast range is the stun, but even that is not that bad. So you can get Etherlands, but I kind of skip on this one for Willow at least. So I just end up with Tranquil Boots, and then I kind of look what the second best item would be. Couple of options for second item. It can be Glimmer Cape, it can be Yule Scepter, it can be Force Staff. The thing with Yule Scepter, I usually like getting this first. Why this? There's a couple of reasons. First of all, you have a Shadow Realm spell, so the one that kind of shields you from many targeted spells or physical damage. They can do anything to you when you're under that. Something like Tide's ult, the AoE still hits you, of course, in this, but those are really exceptions. So you can kind of get into this. Once this expires, you'll be making some way. You kind of lift yourself up with this, block even more incoming damage, or just kind of delay the whole time until maybe somebody from your team comes and helps you. You can also cast this immediately, cast a stun. This is probably going to go off the cooldown soon enough. The cooldowns are not really that big anyways, with these two. So, and there's also Fear, right? So it just gives like a lot more options for you. Yule Scepter is always great for any interruptions. Maybe there's like a channeled spell, you can immediately interrupt them with this. If there's the usual stuff like Legion Commander, maybe like Pudge, Troll Warlord, you can kind of really make them miserable with the ults. If Troll ults, for example, you can spend the half of his ult just kind of making him go up in the air. Blocks any incoming stuns. Let's say there's like a throwable stun from like a Gas Knight, Red King. You can just block it with this. You can also block it with this. If you get silenced, all these get blocked. You can still remove the silence with the effect. Once you go down, all of this will refresh. So That's just another item with so many purposes for you, for your team, for the enemy team, however you want to use it. That's just one of the, oh yeah, one that I also forgot. And if there's any hero that you kind of want to just combo with Bramble Maze, you can just kind of use this and exactly time it once they land, that they land in the Bramble Maze. Something like the Void Spirit that uses also this. You can kind of lift them up, and then once they come down, you can hit them with the illusion thing, the first spell. So Willow is pretty much the same. You can just kind of, you know, also Lina does that as well if you play Lina with this into stun. So you know, you catch them with this, you give them the other stun. This inspires they get stunned if you need fear, if you need damage. You know, really great control. So another use of this. Glimmer Cape is kind of the standard as well. If you don't make this first, you kind of make this first. You know, Glimmer Cape, same deal. You go into Shadow Realm, you know, kind of make some distance. They can already stop. You go from that, go into Glimmer Cape. Now, even if they see you and they want to nuke you, maybe if it's like spell damage and stuff, you're gonna block 50% of spell damage anyways with that. So just another way. You can also cast any spells while you're in the Shadow Realm. Yeah, it's plenty of options. 4-step, pretty much same story like all of these. It's kind of like the set that works so great with Willow. I just always, if I can always get these three, you know, boots into Yule Steps there, Glimmer Cape, 4-step. I also kept Spirit Vessel as another option. That option is kind of, you just, you know, having Urn, having mana regeneration, being able to heal anybody. This is pretty great for any offlaners because 4% of current health reduced, right? So also like another great item that's when it's upgraded gives you extra health and even +2 armor, right? So a bunch of options. However you want to go, if you want to go Spirit Vessel immediately be on that side, if you want to kind of use Glimmer Cape, if you want to make Yoseps there, and 4-step, I didn't say 4-step, but 4-step pretty much the same thing. You would go into Shadow Realm, you get out, you can just push yourself even further, you know, create that distance. You can kind of just shortly kind of move back, cast the Bramble Maze, keep moving. You know, they can't really chase you straight line, never. When you place these, they kind of have to maneuver between the you know, the maze, and it can be incredibly hard, like really hard chasing down Willow with just, you know, a couple of these. And of course, going even crazier, right? On the whole not dying thing, there's Aeon Disc. You know, Aeon Disc speaks for itself. Extra health, extra mana. Just another way to buy you time to go into Shadow Realm, to plant the maze, cast stun on somebody, fear them away. You know, buy time with this, or disable enemy, hide yourself, push yourself away from the danger. Well, with everything that you already have, right? And that's pretty much how I play Willow. It takes time for you to like kind of it's easy to get like baited with stuff and just kind of just dump everything even before the fight starts. So once you kind of play her enough and learn how to manage and really cast spells as they are needed, the hero becomes insanely annoying to chase and kill. Like chasing Willow as a full support build like this, I just kind of always let her go. I just can't be bothered. If I can't open up before she goes into all of these shenanigans, I just kind of let Willow go if I play against Willow. It really is so annoying to try and get this hero, right? Even more stuff, as usual, Lotus Orb. If you do get targeted, or if anybody does get targeted, maybe there's Lion, maybe there's Ogre Magi, Shadow Shaman, they wanna get wrecked with this, they wanna get hexed back, stunned. If Lion ultis anybody under this, he's gonna get ulted back, he's gonna delete him, because Lion is support, he's not gonna stack any health so much. You know, just also another way, it gives you a nice extra armor as well. And there's always Hex as a really late. Willow doesn't really need it, but you know, Hex is there just as another way. You kind of hex him. Uh, you can combo it with the Crown. I just didn't cast it immediately, so they would go from Hex into Crown. You can, depending where they're going, you can time your maze. They get caught in the maze, then it's like a triple effect already. They're trapped. If they try something funny, there's always fear on top of that. Shard, also shard upgrade. Shard gives you 4 extra, kind of shortens the time for the stun to appear for 1 second. It also creates four of these around. So like even shard is like super annoying, you know. If there's anybody close, stun does AoE by itself. So when stun explodes by itself, it does the stun into AoE. Now it's AoE and the maze, 4 of these around it, right? So God forbid he gets close to somebody, stun goes off, creates the mazes, he gets trapped, he stuns the other guy, or 2 other guys, 3 other guys, they get all stuck in the maze, you create another maze, you know, your basic spell. If you have Hex, if you have this, if you have Fear, they didn't even stop on that. I mean, I'm actually amazed they didn't just stop on Fear. They also gave you Bedlam. It's just like a huge damage spell. Hey, Willow is really buffed, you know.
I can take care of myself.
So, and yeah, Scepter is more like Scepter is mid build kind of, you know. That's the whole attack speed Scepter build. And yeah, that would pretty much it. There's also Ghost Scepter. Kind of keep forgetting, but there's also Ghost Scepter. Don't know if you would really need this that much, but you know, extra protection against physical damage. Why not? Maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody like Ursa or Faceless Void jumps on you, maybe there's Troll. You just kind of get into this, from that, they kind of keep chasing you, you kind of just go into Shadow Realm, they still can't attack you, hide yourself with this, make some distance with this, disable them with this, or with stun, or fear them away, you know, like I said, really trying to chase Willow is extremely annoying. If you're playing good with the hero, even if you're playing badly with the hero, it's still really annoying. The people that play Willow great, that's horrible trying to kill them. And yeah, that was pretty much it with the items. Get the shard if you want. Shard is also great. Hex, I don't know if I missed anything really. Veil of Discord, I mean, sure. Veil of Discord, I would get this more if there's like maybe like my mid was Zeus, or maybe Queen of Pain, or maybe Skyrat. And my other support would be something like Venomancer, or I don't know, somebody that kind of nukes. Just gets much value then, but then again, Veno kind of makes this by himself anyways. Okay, this is great for Venomancer. So yeah. Now talent trees quickly, like I said, they're completely divided for mid and support build. Like really, Shadow Realm cooldown, obviously for mid. You just kind of take the Crescent Crown stun. You know, 0.5 is a lot in Dota. In Dota, even 0.2 is too much. Yeah, 0.5 is great upgrade. Second one, I just take Crescent Crown AoE. This explodes even further, right? Bedlam damage, like Bedlam damage, I don't even think is kind of not even the mid the one, because you're kind of keeping distance. This gives you attack range. You're just kind of staying behind, but yeah, you're playing support. This is just nicer for that. Again, Shadow Realm duration, you benefit the most out of this when you're playing the mid version, because mid version wants to stay in this as long as you can. Lower the cooldown as much as you can. So I just feel like Bramble Maze cooldown getting lower. But I guess in this case you can go Shadow Realm if you need that, you know, extra protection. But this is 5 seconds. I mean, 5 seconds. Do you really need 7 seconds? Maybe you do. I don't know. Like, but something more I would take if I was playing mid build. And last one is clearly for the mid build, attack speed. You know, what's better than just going into Shadow Realm with a Scepter? having a buffed attack speed. If if the game is going that well and you kind of got a couple of items, and just somehow decide you just kind of want to test it out anyways and go Scepter, I mean, you might as well. You know, like I said, Willow is so covered with her inbuilt spells and couple of items. She's so covered that you can kind of even go for the hybrid and not suffer that much. That is it. Suffer much for your team. I mean, that is if the game goes long enough. It's kind of like a long. It's like a long time invest. It takes a long time to invest and get all the benefits from this. Fear is just better if you're playing support. 1.5 on 4 seconds, 5.5 fear AOE. You know how much you can do in 5.5 seconds to the enemy team, especially if you get a lot of them with fear. You can kind of delete them all before they can even get out of this and press blacking bars and whatnot. You know. I just take the left one, and yeah, that will be it. That will be it for the Willow. Really, just really nothing to worry about when you play this hero. Don't worry about items or farm. Just get kind of like 1 or 2 items. Willow is pretty set as it is. You know, really doesn't need anything much. Couple of items for yourself, for the team, for the enemy team, and they all work like in those 3 ways anyways. And you know, you can never go with this, no matter what the hero is. You can never go wrong with this. And Force Staff, Aeon Disc, really become this Superman that just can't die. Bunch of other fun stuff, you know. Some heals if you want for the team. I kind of make this usually when there's a nasty offlaner that I kind of feel will have trouble. Kind of like Bristleback or Axe or Centaur. I may opt for this then because of the 4% health reduction. Makes killing them much easier, you know. So yeah, that will be it on the Willow. Really fun hero, and I'll see you guys on the next one.